So a few days ago, an MMA fighter in 20 seconds beat a Tai Chi fighter. So this type of sparring, there's a problem. What's the problem? Let's do a reality check. This could be good. So this is an egg. We're putting the egg there, and we're gonna pretend a guy's standing there. I guess Chinese Kung Fu. There's a cat stance in Chinese Kung Fu, like that. And if you're fighting in the ring, there's a lot of limitations. But when it's outside of the ring, what can you do with a cat stance? Let's look at this. Check this out. He does the cat stance. And you don't have to look at the dictionary. You know what egg herding means. So let's do another example. In Tai Chi, there's this one move I think a lot of you have seen. This looks like it's just some artistic bullshit. And of course, if you do this in the ring, you're going to get your butt kicked. But if it's not in the ring, what would it look like? Let's do another one, okay? We'll do another example. He has another egg hidden there in the tree. Okay. How does he put the egg there? I guess there's a rope. So, when it's not in the ring, it has to be like this. Ouch. And if he is very quick, he'll of course dodge it, but he's got this one. Watch this. I'll throw some pocket sand into his eyes. Pocket sand. So is that just bullshit? If that's bullshit, then what isn't bullshit then? Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands. And then, another thing about the ring, nobody uses their palms. They're always using their fists. Why do few people use their palms? Let's look at the two ways you can palm. There's a lot of ways you can use your palm, but let's just look at two. You can use the palm to get the eyes and get the throat. Everyone knows that Bruce Lee did Kung Fu. 1967, he fought a boxing match or a karate match. And in that karate demonstration, he demonstrated a lot of attacks to vulnerable areas. And you can see from the video footage so how can you use those attacks in the ring? You can't. So the MMA background, it's all under rules. It's just about who wins, who loses. There's a bottom line. But traditional Kung Fu, it's all about in times of chaos. How do you protect your own life? How do you kill someone? How do you take care of that problem? So the two things just are not starting from the same area. So you say, can it be the same? So imagine if you were MMAing it to death. What can it be? So we can look at a match from Thailand. They're afraid of getting their balls kicked. I don't know if this guy's being funny or he's actually being serious. I have a feeling this might be a comedy. This might be comedy. So, it looks like it was a comedy film, but actually, it's demonstrating a problem. MMA, there's a lot of holes in modern MMA. If there really were no rules and nothing, it'll be like that video I just showed. Everyone's trying to protect their crotch. Or you're going to have to do a lot of changes in your technique. How do you do it? How do you change your technique then? Let's look at this. First, you can't face your opponent with your body face towards him, because then you're just going to eat a kick to the balls. So if you're not going to face your opponent, you have a few choices. You could be completely sideways, but when you're sideways, you can't straighten up your legs in a way. So let's say you're kneeled like this. So you can move around like that. So let's look at this from the front. What does this look like? Oh, yay, it's the horse stance from traditional Kung Fu. Sometimes we have to face the opponent directly. In this type of... So how do you protect your balls from getting hit? So you have to have one leg back, one leg front. This lowers your risk of getting your dick kicked. So if they want to kick your balls or kick your dick, so what can you do then? And what if you wanted to kick them too? So you have to kind of half put weight on it, half put weight on your back, and then you can kick and have a lot of power and explosiveness. What does this look like? It's the Xu Xiaodong, that cat stance from traditional Kung Fu. So one more example. This is another example. In modern MMA, the hands are like that, right? You've never seen someone's hands like that. When you put hands like this, within the rules, it does a lot of good. But that's just regular MMA fight. But if you fight a real master, like someone like Bruce Lee, someone with a lot of explosiveness and power, that's a lot of risk you're taking. What if they kick your dick? You're not going to be able to block it. Let's look at Bruce Lee kicking someone in the dick. So, at that kind of speed, you're not going to be able to block the kick. So, your hand's halfway there and you're already hit in the balls. So that's why you have to put your hand there to protect your balls. So, bam, you have enough speed to protect your balls. So you put your other hand here. What does this look like? Hey, it's traditional Kung Fu. Now, a lot of modern martial arts aren't protecting you against the vulnerable areas in your body because the rules in MMA fights. But if it's in a life or death situation, where will the enemy hit you? Pretend all the MMA fights in the future, and it's all about if you can kill someone, you will find all the MMA will slowly become like traditional Kung Fu, and the stances and everything will be like that. Xu Xiaodong, he beat the Tai Chi Master Lele And so he was challenging other Tai Chi masters. For example, Wang Zhanjun. He's going to destroy the fake martial arts. And he said, you can kick my balls if you want to. You can hit my eyes if you want to. I don't care about the rules. So, Xu Xiaodong, I do admire you. You have courage. There is a risk to you too. But I think if you really want to play it for real, if you really want no rules and fight traditional Kung Fu, you need to wear a cup. You need to wear goggles too. Or else, what if Wang Zhanjun, the Tai Chi Master, kicks you in the balls? Or what if he completely socks out your eyes? So someone's going to go to jail for that. Or a lot of people online are going to curse them. And how are they going to live? So, in these situations, they're too afraid to do anything to harm you. So they can just say it. So, a lot of people thought these matches, there's problems. What's the problem? No one can say it. So I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this. So I'm not the best fighter, but I know a lot from my readings. So the person that Xu Xiaodong challenged already said he's going to fight it. And other people from Shaolin, etc., decided to fight Xu Xiaodong. And there's going to be other fights in the future. And so I will keep talking to you guys. And follow my Weibo. Okay, guys. That was interesting to say the least. Don't know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed my translations. Again, I was literally watching it for the first time and translating. I can guarantee 90% accuracy. I'm basically bilingual. Not to say my Chinese is perfect, but he's not saying anything really philosophical or in-depth. It's the same stuff that you usually hear. But as you can tell, this was from a while ago. This was right when Xu Xiaodong beat the Tai Chi Master. So this isn't exactly current. But I think it demonstrates a lot of interesting things. And he does give almost a convincing analysis for why they stand the way they do, etc. But you can also easily say, well, all these MMA people that you're criticizing, what's to say they won't go for the balls or go for the eyes in a real street fight? You're assuming an either or. You're assuming MMA fighters will only fight in the ring when you fight them in real life. But maybe in real life, they're going to punch you in the throat too. You never know, right? So I think he thinks that MMA people, or anybody that's trained in boxing or kickboxing or Muay Thai or whatever, cannot separate the ring from real life. I can posit a guess that if you ask the majority of people who are trained fighters, they'll tell you if someone really threatened them with a knife or a gun, they'll give them their wallet. Or if someone wants to fight them, they will back down too. It's not worth it in the real life. Let me know what you think about that. Like always, let me know if you want more of these translations. A lot of you requested more, so I gave you guys more. If you don't speak out, I don't know what you guys want. So leave your comments below. I know this is going to generate some discussion. Talk to you guys soon.